going on, guys? Anthony here from AO Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you could make it today. This was supposed to be a 2-Minute Tuesday. It is now Wednesday, so that's kind of out the window. So I don't know. Let's what should we call it? Like why you do like that Wednesday? Yeah, I guess we're gonna call it why you do like that Wednesday. So just a second, I'll go over the topic with you, but I do like, this is strange. By show of hands, how many people here are from Colorado? Let me see. Wow, like quite a few you guys are from Colorado. Okay, so the ones that are holding your hands up, how many are from like Brighton, Reunion, Henderson, Commerce City? Yep, okay, so all you guys, what in the world just happened with the wind in the last few days? It's ridiculous. Like Brighton, City of Brighton, if you're in Brighton, you know this was like heart-wrenching. City Hall, historic old City Hall, the tree, the big ass Christmas tree fell down. It broke. It's taped off on the street. It's sad. It's super sad times. It's weird, like the winds that we've had, I feel like there's an underlying thing that happened here. I feel like Mother Nature was like, okay, y'all don't like the riots, the looting, the protesting? Watch this. Right? Like nobody's looting and rioting and protesting in those kind of winds. So I don't know. I think they're back at it. Today I want to give you an update about the 8-week challenge. It's about a week and a half in, where we're at, where we stand, all that stuff. And then later on in the video, the topic of the day is going to be about why we give ourselves permission to quit. It's a real thing, and I'll explain it to you here in just a second. But I don't know. Let me, I'm going to go get a snack. I'll be right back. Cue the intro. Listen, we've got this 8-week challenge going on, AO Fitness, Get Lean, Q15. For those of you that know, you know. We are about a week and a half in. So far, so good. The friendship, the bonds, everything we've created inside of this Facebook group has been really, really positive, really good. You guys are killing it. Keep up the good work. We just had, over the weekend, we had Rebirth 2.0. We're going to do a video on that. We recorded quite a bit of footage on that, so it's going to take us a little bit to get through it, but it was cool. I thought like Rebirth 1 was awesome, and I thought Alex was just going to kind of maybe tweak a couple things, not like totally like redo everything. There was like nothing was the same other than a tire, but there was two, and we weren't hitting the tire, and I don't know, it was just crazy. Like, you'll see. We got maybe about a week until we get that video out. So Brennan's working on that right now. I don't know. It's going to be fun. So next week, we're going to have some more in-body weigh-ins over at Premier TRT. So get with Melanie on that, and she can get you hooked up, get you put on the schedule. I would love to see where your progress is, where you're at right now. I'm sure you would too. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit, because the scale at home can only do so much, right? So the in-body, it's something that it just, again, I just keep saying this, but it tells your truth. Like, there's no denying it. There's no getting around it. Like, you are what you are, skeletal mass, body fat, and all that. If I had to predict where I was today, I've only, like in a week and a half, I've lost about 2, maybe 3 pounds, which normally when I diet really heavily, I can lose a lot more than that. But the workouts are different. They're a lot more intense. I'm sure you guys can agree. And I feel like my skeletal mass is coming up while my body fat's going down. And that's, ultimately, that's the goal. I don't mind being 200 pounds, 195, 205. As long as my body fat goes down and skeletal mass goes up, BMI goes up, I'm cool with that. The challenge is going well. We've got plenty more events coming out. We signed up 55 people. We've had at least 20, 25 people ask if they could rejoin or join after the registration was already closed. Unfortunately, I had to tell them no. But like, this could be a thing. Like, this is really cool. Like, we have a lot of people involved in this. So potentially, like, we could have a fall one as well. No doubt, 1,000%, we are going to have a New Year challenge. I don't know what it's going to be called or anything like that, but we're anticipating like 100+ people for that, with potentially like a $500 to $1,000 cash prize. So that's crazy, mind-blowing that, you know, just some small town folk are able to put something like this together and really help the community out and give back in such a big way. So that's my update for the 8-week challenge. Everything's going well. The topic for today is about giving yourself permission to fail and why it's not a good idea, and potentially like why it's happening. So let's get into that. All right, guys. So giving yourself permission to fail. What do I mean by that? Let me just unpack that just a little bit. Let's think back to, and we've all been there before. We've all done this. We were all victim of our own idiocracy. What happens is somebody says, hey, I'm going to do a Tough Mudder in June. You want to do it with me? And your immediate response is, that would be good for me. In your head, you're thinking, that'd be good for me. It's good exercise. It's sounds like it'd be challenging. It'd be fun. It'd be rewarding. So you go ahead and you say, yeah. Same thing with skydiving or working out with a partner next week or showing up for something. And keep in mind, guys, I'm only talking about the fitness related stuff. Yeah, you can totally take this and apply it to all aspects of your life. But for this topic, we're just going to be talking about fitness in general. So you sign up for a Tough Mudder, Spartan Race, Rugged Maniac, whatever the case may be. You sign up for it. And you're like, you know what? I got 3 months. I got 4 months, 5, 6 months. I got plenty of time to prepare for this, right? So what happens? You go, all right, life happens, you're doing all these other things, and in the back of your mind, you paid the $80 for the ticket, and you're like, I should start running, but the weather's not that nice. So, okay, let's try, I'll try again in a couple days, and then like in your head, you're like, I'm gonna go run, and I'm gonna start this process, and I'm gonna run every day from here on out. And you decide this on a Thursday, and you're like, oh, it's been a long week. I don't really feel like doing it. So I'll start on Monday. Yeah, because everybody just starts on Monday. Fresh start Monday, right? Everybody starts over Monday. Monday comes around and then it's 7 o'clock in the morning and you're starting to lace up your shoes. Something happens, phone call, text, and it just throws you completely off. Or you lace up your shoes and then you go outside and you notice you've got a flat tire. So like the world just stops. You've got to take care of the tire because you don't want to be late for work. And, all these things. Like we give ourselves permission to fail. We allow events. We allow others. We allow all these different things to interfere with what we said we were going to do. What we said we were going to do on some of the big things, there's a lot of things that go into that. You've got to prep for it. You've got to run. You've got to go work out. You've got to do HIIT training. You got to go through these boot camps. There's all these things you got to do to elevate your heart rate and cardiovascular and strengthen your joints and your bones so you can do a 14er with your friends. There's all these things we say we're going to do, but we opt out of it. Like, why is that? Why do we give ourselves permission to fail? Now, I'll tell you, I'm not innocent with this either. There's been plenty of times where I've told friends and family, colleagues, whatever, that, yeah, let's do it. Sounds great. Sign up for it. And as time goes on, you realize like you start getting anxiety about it. You start getting nervous. I'm sure you guys go through this too. And you start second guessing yourself that you're not good enough. You didn't do enough prep work. God, it gets to the last minute and you're like, something else came up. Sorry, family emergency, I can't go. And we've all told those white lies. Something did come up, but it's not nearly as important as we said it was. It's just our own excuse. It's our own interruption. It's 1,000% up to us to break the chain that attaches us to those excuses. Sure, we all want to be in amazing shape. We all want to live our best lives, be the healthiest and fittest we can be. But we're not going to get there until we understand that excuses are habits, and habits need to be unfolded, need to be pulled apart, completely pulled apart, and you got to understand what triggers those habits and the habits of saying no. Like I said, initially you say yes to it, time goes by, anxiety kicks in, you get nervous, fear of failure, you're like, I don't want to be embarrassed, I'm not in shape, it's going to hurt. All those excuses all pile up into one thing. So I challenge you, next time you say yes to something, see it through all the way through. And I got to tell you, you've all been here. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been through this where you said yes to something, you second guessed yourself all the way through, and something deep down inside of you said, you know what? The hell with it. The hell with it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Day of, you're nervous. You're almost shitting your pants and you got the bubble guts and all that stuff, and then like it's go time, and all of a sudden you're right in the thick of it. You're in the mix of it. You're going through it, and like you're out of breath, you're winded, you're tired, but you see everybody else is out of breath, winded, and tired, and you're actually like gaining traction on other people, and you're like, wow, like okay, this hurts, it sucks, it's painful, but I'm getting through it. And all of a sudden you're halfway through it and you're going through it, and before you know it, it's over, it's done, you completed it, you're high-fiving everybody. It's an amazing time, it's great, you've got a smile on your face, and you go, I don't know what I was so nervous about. I don't know, like we've all been there before. We've completed things that seemed to be like a really big task. We completed them and we were happy and excited, and it just, wow, hold on to that. The next time you say yes to something, or the next time you have to consider if you're going to do something fitness related, if you say yes to it, see it all the way through. If you sign up for a challenge, see it all the way through. Whatever the challenge is, see it all the way through. All right, guys, that is it for today's episode. If you have any questions or concerns for me about the challenge, let me know. Hit me up. You guys are really good about that. If you have any comments about habits and giving yourself permission to fail, if you have any examples, throw them in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, please consider smashing, obliterating, like just tear that freaking like button up for the YouTube algorithm. And then, subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we do these videos, and we will see you guys on the next video. Always, 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 if you have the opportunity to do something epic, you better freaking do it. Peace, guys.